Hi,
Hi,
thanks for talking
Jamie.
to me today.
Hi,
Appreciate
Jamie.
it.
Love your
I'm really
background.
enjoying, oh, thanks. I'm really enjoying the series so far. So, can you first talk about where the idea came from? I mean, how did this happen?
Yeah, absolutely. It came, I suppose, originally from my childhood. I'm what's called a PK, or a preacher's kid. My dad is a church minister, a minister of religion. So I grew up with my mum and my dad and my sisters and my brother in a very, very remote uh, church, in a little house right next to a church, where the minister is relied on for absolutely everything. They're involved with the sport in the town, with every community event, every wedding, every funeral, every time there's a police matter. They're connected to absolutely they're building fences on the farms, they're clearing up the bushfires. And I thought, I grew up in a small community. I love the sense of community and family around people. So I wanted to make a show about community. And I thought, what better place to put it than a small church where people get, where dramas kind of walk in the door. And then I wanted to put a twist on it. Didn't want to make a show about religion so much as about people and about connection. So I swapped out a reverend, which my dad is a real reverend. As far as I know, I actually haven't looked at the paperwork, but I believe so. And I thought, what if we put a character in that role? If we forced them into a role where their skill set as a criminal mediator was incredibly useful, but they had no theological training, no biblical knowledge whatsoever. So it brings an enormous tension. It gives that character a secret. And we get to stress test the idea that if you are put into a role where you are forced to connect with people and you are forced to care for people for selfish reasons, that maybe those feelings and the human connections become just a little bit real.
We hope so. How did the two of you get involved? At what point did you kind of jump on board?
Well, Paddy has been working in our company Matchbox Pictures for a number of years, and he started, how many years ago, Paddy? 7 years ago, something like that.
Yeah.
He's always had this idea bubbling away in the background, and so he pitched it to us, and it was just such a brilliant pitch because it's such a truthful pitch, but it's got fun, it's got heart, but it's high stakes drama as well. So it's a rare combination to get all of those three things, which is a very desirable thing. You know, you think, okay, this is going to be a great thing to pitch to networks because it's the sort of show that people want to watch. I think, you know, they're taken into this idyllic world. They've got really, you know, exciting storylines and surprising storylines, but also with that, as Paddy said, that real sense of community and characters that you'll fall in love with. Because
Yeah,
ultimately that's what a show is, isn't it? You know, people want to go back to that world both because it's a beautiful place to be, but because they fall in love with the characters. So you know, Paddy developed those characters over a number of years, and that's what drew us to the show.
All right. Do you have anything to add,
I
Alistair?
was just going to say, yeah. I mean, it was the easiest yes. I can remember, you know, as soon as Paddy pitched it, you just were there, you could see it, you could feel it. It was truthful. You could, you know, you knew that it was a place that you wanted to spend time. And the really gratifying and heartening thing is that from that first pitch to the finished show, Paddy has absolutely delivered on what he promised at the beginning. So it was really exciting to see it come to life in that way.
Cool. Now, since you started working on the show, what have you learned about yourself, if anything? We'll go Paddy, then Debbie, then Alistair.
That's a fantastic question. You know what? I was thinking about this the other day, and I actually have a very specific answer. It's the first time I've showrun a show. It's the first time I've been an EP. I've worked at, as Debbie said, Matchbox for a number of years across. You know, Matchbox makes a number of shows every year, so I've worked across quite a high number of dramas actually. But what I learned was that leadership is the hardest and most gratifying thing. I think people think of leaders as, you know, people think of dictatorship and of the power of leadership, and the show for me has been a lesson in leadership, in the idea that you're actually serving, that, you know, the more senior you are, and obviously show running inside that little world of a TV show is the most senior creative position, you're actually serving everybody else. You're creating a vision for everyone to follow, and then you're trying to facilitate everyone, every specialist, every actor, every head of department to bring their thing to it, and you're actually serving them. And it's a distinction that's really that's been a really fantastic learning for me, that you're not bashing people with the power of position. You're actually trying to get the best out of those people, and when you can do that, people bring so much. And I hope people will see that Irreverent is the sum of the parts of an incredible group of creatives bringing everything they have.
Yeah. Debbie?
I'm going to have to think about that one a little bit more. I might throw to Alastair. What have I learned about myself?
Well, I think it's almost in a similar way to Paddy. I think, you know, when you in running a production company, like in the way that I do, you know, alongside, you know, very talented people, you're always taking risks and you're always having to trust your judgment. And I think what I learned, which I don't mean to sound self-congratulatory by saying this, is that, you know, backing Paddy was absolutely the right decision. And I think, you know, I learned that sometimes, you know, your instincts are right. And when you hear a great idea and you've got talent as, you know, exceptional as Paddy, you get behind it and back it.
Right.
And that's the right thing to do.
I think that's right. I'm just going to copy you, but it's about guidance. I mean, recognizing a really fantastic talent and idea in Paddy, but then also to just sort of let go, you know, not overmanage, but just sort of be a guide. I think that's one of the things I've learned through this show.
Oh, great. Well, I think we're about out of time, but I was just going to say, since Paddy, obviously you're like the main character, but the two of you, which character do you connect more with?
Whoa. Good question.
Look, it's not just one character. What I really love is that the place that Mac and Daisy, our young character, get to. I just love that relationship, and it feels like such a centered place, and it's a surprising relationship as well. You know, the young girl living in the manse who's a bit lost, and our Mac, who's also a bit lost, in the way they come together and really find a real connection. I love that.
I'm going to say Daisy, which might sound crazy, but actually, because Daisy is someone who is always like looking to uncover and, you know, finding the secrets under the carpet, as it were. And I'd like to think, you know, I connect with that.
Well, like Daisy.
Right, fair enough. Yeah, she's a great character. All right. Well, thank you, all of you. I'm really enjoying it. Looking forward to seeing the rest of the season.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.